So great to see you. I love to do comedy in the daylight. It does feel a little bit like when you sleep with someone during the daytime for the first time, you know? Like, it's not going to be as good as it could be, but we are going to learn a lot about each other. And I am going to cry afterwards. So. Give it up for Rare Breed for having us out tonight. Yeah. This is like the best place in the world. It's like amazing. I don't have to tell y'all, but it's so great. I'm a queer person. I'm non-binary. We'll get into it later. I used to get misgendered all the time at CrossFit, and it was crazy because I feel like when people are uncomfortable, they like double down. Like I had this guy, he would always be like, "Here we go, lady, girly pop cunt, let's go." And I'm like, what the fuck? And I would tell him I'd pull him to the side and be like, hey, so I'm actually like not a lady girly pop cunt. Although on certain weekends, depends. But I would tell him, I'd be like, hey, I'm actually non-binary. I prefer, if anything, like masculine terms, whatever. We have the conversation. He would forget every time. He'd keep doing it. And so finally I got pissed and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it back to him. And I'm like, I'm not going to misgender him, but I'm going to infantilize him and make him feel weird. And so I planned on going light. I was just going to call him like dude or like boy. But he came around the corner, and you guys know me. You know that I'm like, not like a fuck you kind of person. And so I'm like hyping myself up, and he came around the corner, and what came out was me being like, come here, little baby boy. Come on, you can do it. It was horrible. I got canceled, had to come here. So thanks for welcoming me. Some of you know I haven't been doing comedy as much the last year or two. I've been taking some time off to heal myself, I guess. Yeah, well, that's how I feel about it too. Woo! It's been a good time. I've been reparenting my inner child. That has given me a lot of respect for my parents. Because by my age, I'm 32, they had 3 kids. But then I think about reparenting my one inner child, and I left her in a hot car for like 27 years. And my parents only did that a couple of times, okay? Yeah, I've been trying to figure myself out and like understand myself a little bit better, right? Like one of the things I did a couple of years ago, I cut all my hair off. It was real short at the time. I thought that might help me figure out like my gender journey, you know? It did not, but it did get me called sir at a Home Depot, which is the queer version of being knighted, if you don't know. I went to go check out, and the lady, she was like, excuse me, sir. And I turned, and she was like, ma'am. And then she doubled down, and she was like, sir? And I was like, oh my God, I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't think I owned enough Carhartt. Yeah, it's been a weird time. I have learned a lot about myself, but the more I learn about myself, the less I hold tightly to like these beliefs, right? Like several years ago, I became a vegetarian. And so I don't really like hunters. That doesn't normally like do it for me, right? But I did go on a couple of dates with this woman recently, and she told me, she was like, you know, every year me and my family go down to the Caribbean and we shoot wild boar out of helicopters with AK-47s. And I was like viscerally turned on. Because I knew in that moment that she was very wealthy. And just like a little bit dumb, you know? And that's like check at this point, like sign me up. I did also for a while, I was trying to be polyamorous. I was giving that a go, you know, and I feel largely about polyamory the same way I do about being a vegetarian, you know, like when it first happened, I felt like, wow, this is the morally righteous way to live. Everyone should be living this way. And now, a couple years on, being vegetarian, being polyamorous, now I look at them both the same way, which is like, if the right piece of meat comes along, I'm gonna give it all up, you know? Yeah, oh, this is funny, I've never really talked about this on stage, but I have been sober for 6 months, which is, sure. Yeah, I didn't like set out to do anything, and everybody, you know, they'll ask you like, oh, did you hit rock bottom? I'm like, I was just drinking a Bud Light Lime. It was a Tuesday, and I was like, I think something needs needs to change in my life, actually. It's weird for me to talk about because I don't really feel like I identify as an alcoholic. Like, I don't know if I struggle with that, like, addiction piece. I think I may be, like, half alcoholic on my dad's side. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean. All right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it all out. You know, I do like get along with my mom and my parents. I don't know why I switched to mommy stuff. We were on daddy stuff, but there's a little bit of both. And I get along with her, but it is awkward because she's like pretty religious, and so when I talk to her about being gay, I gotta like figure out how to approach it, right? So what you do with people you love, you meet them where they're at, right? So I'll go to her and I'll be like, Mom, if God thought being a lesbian was unnatural, why did he make dildos attract cat hair so easily? The most natural attraction in the world, am I right? I do like doing that joke because I, one, get to know who the lesbians are. They're the ones that are comfortable laughing. And then I get to know who the straight guys in the audience are that have touched a dildo. Because they are laughing and then looking at their girlfriends and going, oh, that was funny. And then I just like get to imagine all the conversations that happen on the drive home. Yeah, I don't know, that dildo joke was kind of funny. It reminded me of college. It's crazy. I think like a lot of people have you know, told me to get into psychedelics as I'm on this healing journey, and I've dabbled. I've done a few trips, as the kids say. I do think they're a little bit overrated, though. I think like people talk about them, they're like, they'll heal you. One time someone told me, I don't even know if ketamine's a psychedelic, but literally someone was like, ketamine will heal your depression. And I was like, no, it won't. But I'll try it. And I did. I just played video games and felt out of my body for a couple hours. But psychedelics are cool, but I do think, like, if you think they heal the world, you gotta remember in the 70s, most of our parents were doing mushrooms. And show of hands, if your boomer parent is healed, put your hand up. That's what I thought. That is what I thought. I just think it's funny because people like, they'll be like, psychedelics like opened up my world. And I think they can. That's one way to do that. But there are many ways to open up your world. Like, for example, you could be the first person to put a finger up a butt of a straight man. That will change everything. No? We don't have, oh wow, I didn't think that would be the one. Was it the butthole or was it the straight man? I'm guessing it's the latter. I'm going to tell you the story anyway because it's great. I was once the first person to put a finger up a butthole of a straight man. Consensually. He asked me to do it. We had a conversation and he was like, yeah, whatever, let's try it. And so I did it. And I was like, you know, at any moment you can withdraw consent. And he was like, oh, you're so amazing. I'm like, this is sad. And so we did it. I get up there and immediately he's like, not for me. And I was like, okay. But then the problem was we were in a bit of a Chinese finger trap situation where he was clenched so hard and I couldn't, I did not plan on talking about this. I couldn't get out and I was like, you've got to calm down so that I can get out of here. We got to work together. And he was like, I can't calm down. I've never felt like this before. I was like, just embrace it, just let it go. We got out. We got out of it. We made it through. I just want to remind you all that we are here, one, for comedy, two, to just hang out as friends, but we are here because of the Fountain City Comedy Fest, which is coming back for a 4th year this year in the fall. Can you believe it? 10 ADHD rattles comedians with God complexes, and we're going year 4, baby! We have some incredible headliners coming to town. We've got Eddie Pepitone. We have Jay Jordan. You know him. Just look him up. Anyway, we have a show called Dyketopia coming in. You know it. Come on. So we're really excited. We're putting everything together. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be so many opportunities to be involved. You can be a volunteer. You can host comedians in your house if you're comfortable with that. All that getting out of the way, I am going to end this set. Okay, so, a lot of times people that haven't seen, some of you this week have been like, I'm so excited to see stand-up comedy. And I'm like, you just haven't seen comedy before, have you? I don't know if you've witnessed it before, because people think it's going to be something and then it's not. One time I was in a green room and one of my guy comedian friends brought a girl in there and she was all nervous and he was on his phone and then he went to go do something and she was like, tell me the truth, was he texting other women? I was like, he was scrolling his own tweets. But comedians are fun. I love comedians. They're usually really tender-hearted people that just care a lot and observe the world in interesting ways. But I want you to know, if you're wondering what it's like to date a comedian, I have the perfect little story to tell you. I was dating a comedian for a while, and then he moved away. And about 6 months after we broke up, we're still good friends, whatever, but I hadn't heard from him in a while. And I get a text that just says, hey, Kailee, haven't seen you in a while, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to let you know, the woman in the 69 Wikipedia article looks just like you. And I was like, good morning, it's 8 a.m. Why are you on, you know what, actually I don't even want to know. So I went to the Wikipedia article for 69, and you can all do this as homework. Now you're all gonna get to see this. It looks just fucking like me. It's so weird. I had my hair in a mullet. It's like the weirdest haircut, and someone drew that on a lady's body sucking dick. It's crazy. I had the weirdest experience. I went down a rabbit hole. It was drawn in 2009, so it is not me. Like I said, I didn't really have a closer, and I don't know why I went with that one. But anyway, are you guys ready to have a good time? Okay, so coming to your stage, in case you weren't aware, all of your comedians tonight are on the board of the Fountain City Comedy Festival, and they're all really funny, some of the best in the city. But I need you to make a lot of noise for the very funny Jay Petty!
What the fuck is up, rare breed? Hell yeah, I'm a rare breed. Fuck yes, not that rare. I'm a whore. Any whores in the house? Where my sluts at? I'm only a slut in theory. By theory, I think about dick constantly. But I'm not constantly getting it, Discipline. I'm Jay Petty, guys. It's nice to see you. It's real white in here. Yeah, it's just like my family reunions, bitch. What up, sister? Just kidding, you guys are white girls, you're not sisters. Any dick suckers in here? I didn't think so. I told my friend, I said, I'm doing a show at a gym, and they know me, so they were like, oh, bitch, aren't you excited? I said, well, I think it's a lesbian gym. I said, it's either a lesbian gym, or I know a lot of lesbians go there, or it's a gay gym. Either way, no straight men here for me, except for you, right, brother? Oh, yeah. I said, bitch, we just need one. What's that Lady Gaga quote? There can be 100 people in the room, but if there's one hot guy, Jay Petty will stay. Sorry, bro, if you do see me staring. It's just my eyes kind of work like the Dragon Ball Z radars. Don't grade power scales, just measure bulges. We're real pingin'. I see you. A little bit more about me. I'm from small town Kansas. Any Kansans in the house? Hell yeah. Big applause for Kansas. I thought I was doing great, but if Kansas gets that, then maybe you guys are just great. Small town Kansas, back home I'm known as the OG. Yeah, not original gangster, bitch. Original gay. Which is crazy, because bitch, I ain't the first or only gay person. Just the only one that mattered, clock it. Just kidding. I said that once at a Wichita show. My gay friends were there. Bitch, silence. Here in Kansas City, you might know me as the Simone Biles of KC. Hell yeah, I don't do gymnastics. She's like, we know, bitch. We can see. It's just all the straight guys I fuck claim to not know me. When that came out about her husband claiming to not know her, I was like, bitch, I know exactly how you feel. I'm always like, bro, you remember me. I was on that 2020 dick-sucking team. I medaled every event. Deep throat, long stroke. Finger in the booty. I can get my finger out, guys. Kaylee, you stuck a dry finger up his ass? No wonder he didn't fucking like it. What the fuck, girl? You're supposed to spit on it, lick it, this, stick it up there. Right, bro? No. I am a big gym guy. By big gym, I like big gyms. Big gyms, big locker rooms. Know what I'm saying, right? There's this like secret thing that men do in the locker room, and if they say they don't do it, then they're fucking lying. Whether it was in school, college, or now at Genesis. Before men shower, they like fluff. They do a thing called fluffing, you know, because you don't want to just undress and have a little Peter, you know, flop out. I don't know. It's a thing, bitch. I'll watch them fluff, and they know I'm watching, which gets them extra hard. Bitch, boom, then you're sucking dick in the gym. If anyone wants to know how to do it. Oh, fuck. I have a great job now, but when I was looking for a job, which took forever, bitch, like 3 months, I said, damn, bitch. I realized why I was struggling getting interviews and callbacks with this one interview I had with Chase Bank. In that interview, it dawned on me, maybe you shouldn't have your high school clubs on your resume still. I guess 30 years old, you should take them off. I'm sitting down for this interview. I'm thinking it's going great. Then he asked me, do you have any banking experience? And I say, actually, if you look on my resume, I was the treasurer for my high school choir. Bitch, we had a $25,000 budget. Like, come on. It was big, boom. And guess what? Who got the grant? Me, bitch. So listen, I may not know about banking, but I can talk, sir. I did not get the job. He like didn't even want to talk to me after that. He's like, yeah, you're wasting my fucking time. I'm non-binary. I'm non-binary. There's a lot of perks to being non-binary. I don't know if y'all know this, but at weddings, bitch, I get to catch the garter belt and the bouquet. Bitch. And I'm serious about it too. I'm still not married, but I did suck dick every night I caught one. I be at weddings now just mossing hoes. I'm like, bitch, mine. I'll leave you guys with this. When I came out, I started twerking a lot, you know, twerking out in public, bitch, I couldn't stop. I'd be at Walmart checking out, I'd just be like, boop, boop, boop. I'm done scanning, I'm still standing there. People are like, bitch, get the fuck on. Like, bro, do you gotta poop? I also got really good at basketball. It's crazy, bitch. My defense was unstoppable. You know how they say keep your eyes on the hips, not the ball? Bitch, I was locked in. They be driving the paint, I'd just be like, I see your dick, bro. They're like, what the fuck? Bitch, I would steal it every motherfucking time. I've been Jay Petty. You guys have been so much fun. Follow me at Petty Comic.
Let's hear it for Jay Petty one more time. And I want you to make a lot of noise because this guy is not only extremely funny, but one of my besties. So put your hands together for Carlos Chamon.
Give it up for Kailee and Jay, everybody. Yeah. A little about me. I am a Hispanic. I am a Bolivian, or as they pronounce it in Johnson County, I'm a Mexican. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's weird, man, when you're Hispanic but you're not Mexican, people look at you like you're a restaurant that doesn't serve Coke products. You know, like, Pepsi is not okay, dude, no. Because it's weird, because like being Hispanic is not a race, you know? We have black Hispanic people. We have indigenous Hispanic people. Believe it or not, this is why we call Pitbull Mr. Worldwide. Like, if you took all the races in the world and you made them fuck, that baby would look like Pitbull, you know? Like, Dale. Yeah. No, man, it's weird. It's a weird time to be Hispanic. It's a weird time to be an immigrant. Like, I hate when people say that immigrants are stealing jobs, because that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Because, like, who would steal a job if you could just steal the money? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you steal a job, dude? You put on a ski mask, you go to your local McDonald's, you're like, listen up, everybody. Clock out and go home. All right? I got this. McDonald's was my first job in America, that's true. I don't know if you guys know this, but the American dollar is worth a lot more in other countries. So even though I was making minimum wage in America, when I was going back home to Bolivia, your boy was flush with cash. And I was out at the club, I was buying everybody drinks. They were so confused. They were like, Carlos, how do you afford this? I thought you worked at McDonald's. Did you get a promotion or something? And I'd have to tell them the truth. I'd have to be like, listen, man, the McRib is back. It's that overtime pay, dude. I had to learn a lot when I moved to America. One of the things that confused me the most was why some white people would be upset that they can't use the N-word. And that confused me because white people have their own version of the N-word that they should use more. I think the white N-word is fella. Some of you are not on board. It works for everything, dude. Like, if you ever get mad at someone, you could be like, hey, listen here, feller. You got the hard R? It's perfect. It's great. I am Hispanic, but I don't like when movies and TV shows have Hispanic characters, because they all write them the same way. To like let us know that they're Hispanic, they make them use words in Spanish, but so that English speakers don't get confused, they use really basic words. So this makes everybody sound like a Dora the Explorer character. Like you watch a show and they'll be like, detective, we found the body. He was in the woods, he was dismembered. The killer's still out there. Can you say ay caramba? Like, it's not good, dude. I am an immigrant. That being said, I do think some of us could use the deportation. I can say it, it's my fella, all right? Look, I made a list so that white people don't have to feel guilty. I think number 1 on the list, you gotta deport Kat Von D. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Kat Von D. She's a Mexican tattoo artist, but she doesn't vaccinate her children, so Wall, fuck you. You're gone, dude. And 2, I think we should do Geraldo Rivera. I don't know if you guys are familiar. He was an anchor at Fox News. You can't do that, be Mexican on Fox News. Fuck you, Wall, you're gone, dude. But then 3rd, I think we should do fucking Manny from Modern Family. Just to show that nobody's safe. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be great, dude. I'm happy to be here. I don't leave my house very much. I'm on my phone just way too much. I don't know if you guys saw, it went viral on TikTok that testicles have taste receptors. This is a real, yeah, of course no one here knows that. No, this is real though. Apparently testicles have taste receptors. So some men on the internet went crazy and started to do these taste tests where they were dipping their balls into soy sauce. Which is fucking insane, dude. Dipping your balls into soy sauce when like everybody knows that like they taste just fine without it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it, dude. We like to mix sex and food a lot. That's something I've noticed. Like I'm sure you guys heard if you eat pineapple, it makes your cum taste better. But here's the deal, chat. When I tried it out, I just feel like my cum made the pineapple too salty. You know what I'm saying? And I know that shit doesn't go on pizza either. You know, that's unsurprisingly, I'm single. I am single. I used to be in an open relationship with a polyamorous woman. For those who don't know what polyamory is, it just means that she gets to cheat on me. But it was cool because like when we broke up, it felt less like we split and more like I dropped from the roster. You know, like, it was like I was declaring for free agency. You know, I was like, listen, I'm very grateful for the time I spent with this organization. But I'm taking my talents to South Beach. I've been doing this at shows. This is kind of fun. Who here thinks that they've been in a relationship for the longest amount of time? How long have you been? No? I thought you raised your hand. She was like, no, fuck no, dude. 40? 40. Holy fucking shit, dude. Yeah, give it up for them, dude. Oh my God. That's fucking, yeah. What's the secret? And don't say make her come, because we know that. Like, he's like, it was the coming thing. No, my longest relationship was 4.5 years, which is a long time. For reference, the U.S. Confederacy only lasted 4 years. So technically, my relationship outlasted a nation, you know? And we did it without ever calling each other the N-word. So yeah, that's much better. This is a weird one. I recently realized I'm not circumcised. I know, it's like, how do you not know? Like, here's the deal, chat. I remember when I was young, I was really self-conscious about my foreskin, so what I would do is I would like pull it back and like use rubber bands and stuff to like keep it in place, and this is real. I successfully deformed my penis to such a degree that my foreskin's imperceptible to the human eye. They fucking, rabbis hate me. Like, this is like... But it's weird because it's like now I'm in this position that it's like if I ever have a kid, if I ever have a son, like should I get him circumcised? Because like I don't want him to get bullied in school, but also I don't want him to bully me at home. You know, like walking around being like, "What's up, Bolivian finger trap?" Like, fuck you, dude. No, it's not good. I recently got diagnosed with the most unattractive disease ever. I got diagnosed with something called sleep apnea. For those who don't know, sleep apnea is a condition that when you fall asleep, your body just stops breathing. So if that sounds scary, that's because 100% of people who don't breathe are dead now. So to remedy this, I have to use this thing called the CPAP machine. It's like a little box with a tube and like this jet pilot mask, and it like forces airflow into my body and like keeps me alive while I'm dreaming. And like I said, like I'm single, so I still don't know how to like have someone over and be like, listen, Just so you know, after we're done hooking up, I will turn into a terminally ill stormtrooper. It's like, can you please scratch my back? It's not hot, dude. I can't be like, wanna hit this? It's terrible, dude. Okay, I want to do this quick thing. You guys are going to hate it, but just stay on board with me. I think taking the birth control pill is sexist. See, already on board. This is awesome. Okay, so I was talking to my friend about it, and she was like explaining how the birth control pill has like 7 sugar pills at the end of the blister, right? And that's insane, because that's the only medication that we do that for. Like, you don't ever see someone with diabetes go to the doctor and they're like, oh yeah, man, here's your insulin, and then for next week, some Skittles. Like, but I guess what she told me is that like the reason why they have the 7 sugar pills is so that you stay in the habit of taking the pill every day. And that's why I think that shit's sexist. It's like, that's so condescending. We can't trust bitches to count to 7? Like, I told you you'd be back on it, dude. All right, I'll leave you guys with this. A weird thing happened to me recently. A girl slept with me. Fuck you, that's not the joke. She's like, oh, what happened? No, fuck you, dude. No, a girl slept with me just because I'm Hispanic. I don't know if you guys can see how white my skin is. Like, sleeping with me just because I'm Hispanic is like saying you don't use condoms because you're trying to cut back on single-use plastics. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but I hadn't been with a person in a while, and I ran out of soy sauce. So I was like, all right, you know. She wanted to like talk dirty in bed, and talking dirty, it's not real to me. It's not authentic, you know. Like, I want something real. Like, I want a girl that sounds like Chance the Rapper when she's coming. You know what I'm talking about? Like, ah! Like, dude, if we sound like our favorite rappers when we were coming, that's the America I want to live in, dude. Like if you like Jay-Z, you'd be like, Young Hove. If you like Kanye, you're like, Heil. You know, I don't like talking dirty in bed is what I'm trying to say, all right? It was fucked up, dude. She kept calling me Papi. I think it was a cultural thing. She was like, oh, he's Hispanic. Papi. And that was weird to me, because that's what I used to call my dad growing up. And like, not just during sex either, like all the time. All right, that's been my time. Thanks so much. Keep it going for our host, Kailee, everybody!
Oh, one more time for sweet baby Carlos Chamon. All right. Are y'all having a good time? Hell yeah. I told you my friends are funny. Your next comedian come to the stage, you may know her. You probably have seen her around town. She performs all over. And she's so funny, so make a lot of noise for Cassie Duncan.
What's going on, Arrowhead Stadium? How are we doing this evening? Oh my God. Is this what Taylor Swift feels like? Man, 40 people. This is the roar of Arrowhead Stadium. This is cool. Oh, Rare Breed Athletics, or as I like to call it, my home away from home. Man, I love this. Just love this gym, dude. Been going here for years. Hours every day spent here, dude. Working out, man. Kailee was like, hey, you should come do this comedy show. And I'm like, I have to be there twice in one day now? This is insane. I know, the short alls were a choice. I know, I did. This is like what like a fucking 5-year-old looks like when the mom lets them decide like what to wear. Like this is, I look like Farmer Groomer up here, so that's fun. Some of you got that, so I think some people need explanations before I go further with that joke. I'm just like, getting kids to change their pronouns, it's not much, but it's honest work. So that's, I thought I'd get a bigger laugh on that one because we're at a lesbian gym. I thought this was the place I didn't have to say I was a tranny, so that's cool. It's my word, it's fine, dude, I could say it. But yeah, because like whenever I do shows like Overland Park, I always have to address it. Like here, I'm fine. I can take off my bra, dude. We're all good. We can relax, man. We can chill for a little bit. You go to like Overland Park and do a show there. You get all these like straight older white people, and you can see in the crowd they won't pay attention to anything that I'm saying until like I address the elephant in the room. I can just see people sitting there going, "Are you one of those? I've heard about them on the news, but I've never seen one in person. Can you say it? Can you address it for us?" So yeah, here I am. That's cool. I don't tuck, by the way. That's fun. Don't look down. Got you. I don't tuck because girls with bulges are hot. So I don't fuck it. I don't even give a shit, dude. You know what? Your dad gave a better reaction than that. All right, I will say. Oh, dude, yeah, I'm a trans woman. I'm your dad's favorite porn category. So that's fun. You think it's liberal blue-haired dudes in my DMs telling me not to tell your wife? Like, no, it's your dad. It's your dad. That's who's, keep it on the down low. Keep it on the Okay, she, like, tapped her, and I thought she's, like, kind of like your dad, right? Like, hitting all those trans women up. I think it's so funny that conservatives now, they're trying to like make porn illegal. And I was like, well, yeah, conservative men would because they don't need porn. They've got our Instagrams. They're just using that. I didn't notice in that bill when they're trying to like make porn illegal, they're also trying to make like trans people illegal with that one. Because in there it says if this passes that trans people are inherently pornographic. So y'all are dirty sluts. So y'all, doesn't this scream porn? Doesn't this just scream? Dude, I don't know if you can tell my comedy career, I'm just crushing it. I'm this gym, dude. It's from this gym to the Daily Show with Jon Stewart, man. I'm doing big things. Now, I still have to work the 40-hour-a-week job, still work in the corporate world. And it's interesting, being a comedian in a corporate setting, dude, because my humor and threshold for dark humor, very different from the Apple Watch wearers at Cerner. So that's, yeah, I work for Cerner in this joke. So, dude, yeah, being a comedian in the corporate world is fucking crazy, though, because, like, you have to remember these people are not the asshole comedians out there that you make jokes with. I cross the line every time at work. It's sad. I was in the break room the other day, and there were a couple of guys joking, and they were joking about blowjobs. I forgot what the joke was, but I was like, I want to join in. And I was like, blowjobs? The only blowjob I want is blowing my brains out. And they were silent, and I was like, oh wait, that was the line. Okay, I crossed that. Cool. I ruined everything at work today. That's fine. They were like, Cassie, that's the third suicide joke you've said this week, and we're getting kind of worried. I was like, no, it's not. I haven't said that many suicide jokes. And plus, come on, man, around here, I gotta make jokes. If I went a whole day around here without making a joke, I'd have to kill you know what? I hear it now. I hear it. I don't do that many suicide jokes. I think, but I could if I put a rope. No, I'm sorry. If it wasn't for comedy, I think my dream job would be, be an astronaut like Katy Perry. I think that'd be pretty sweet, dude. I want to be an astronaut, specifically one of the astronauts on the Challenger. So that's. We're done with the suicide jokes. We're done. I'm sorry. That was too many. So I got bangs recently. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty dope. I got bangs, and I'm not depressed. Isn't that crazy? I got bangs. My girlfriend suggested. I was like, are we breaking up? Like, do I need to get bangs in preparation for this? Okay. But no, I got bangs. My friend said to me the other day, like, oh, did you get bangs? And I was like, yeah, I sure did. It was kind of a choice, though. It was either bangs or bangs. No, I'm sorry. That's the last one, dude. You know what's so fucked up, though? I have like 5 more of those in the chamber. Pun intended. I got like 5 more of those in the chamber, but we'll get on to something happier. Is this a KC crowd? Is this mostly Kansas City people here? All right, I don't know if you saw the bold person on TikTok who said Kansas City is the New York City of the Midwest. I was like, look, I'm from Kansas City. What the fuck are you talking about? We love jerking ourselves off, dude. Here in Kansas, we do. We call ourselves everything. We're the Paris of the Plains, We're the Mars of Earth. I don't know, but like Kansas City just we love jerking ourselves off. And like, we're cool, but shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you know who we are. But New York City, that's insane. What? I don't get that at all. New York City is the city that never sleeps. Kansas City is the city you can't get anything to eat past 9 o'clock. So, You know, I made that joke on TikTok, and all these people were in my comments. They were like listing off the places that are open past 9 o'clock. I was like, they're all in my comments like, Town Topic is open. I was like, shut the fuck up. Dude, if you can list them, you've lost the debate. Do you know who's not listing the places that are open past 9 o'clock at night? New York, because they're all open past 9 o'clock. New York's like, oh, you can list them on one hand? What the fuck? I think the only things that these two cities have in common is in neither city do you have a car. Because in New York, you don't have a car because you don't need one. In Kansas City, you don't have a car because it got stolen. So that's Kansas City culture right there, dude. Barbecue, the Royals losing, and your car got stolen. That's us, dude. That's so us. I have a theory that we're all just driving our own cars. I really do. I think at this point, I think my car got stolen. You bought it off someplace from the person who stole it from me. I bought your car. We're all just, that's Kansas City, baby. But you know what we do have? We have Quick Trip. And I'll give it that. Quick Trip, man, that is my Jesus manger, man. That's the place at night where I can get my taquitos and get my fill. So, you know, at least we have that here. All right, how am I gonna end this set? Anybody been masturbating recently? Anybody, hell yeah. One honest person in the crowd. Okay. One honest hero. And sadly, it was a mass-sounding person. So, hey, I have to say it that way because listen to me. I'd be like, it's a murder. And they're like, no, I'm like you. But I've been masturbating. Do you remember when, like, if you're like me and you grew up in the 1900s when it was way difficult, you had to like work to jerk, dude. You had to put so much effort if you wanted to watch porn. Like I didn't want to use my thoughts. I'm not from Kansas City, Kansas. All right, I wanted to watch porn, dude. But you had to work for it back then, dude, because like, okay, we didn't have all the devices that the kids have these days. You had to like wait till your like parents, your whole family was out of the house so you could get on the family computer. And it was called the family computer because it was all we had. I was using the same computer to jerk off that my mom was setting up PTA meetings on. I was jerking off with the same computer that my sister lied about having parental discretion before going to DisneyChannel.com, all right? That computer. You had to wait till everybody was gone, dude. So, like, look, we didn't want to masturbate at 8:03 on a Saturday morning, but my parents were taking my sister to soccer at 8, so this is what we had to do. Back in the day, dude. My sister's soccer season was my handball season, so... I'm too proud of that joke. I'm too proud of that one. But yeah, when I was a kid, it taught me how to schedule things. Kids are missing out on the lessons that working to masturbate taught you. You know, hello, we've hung out a lot, dude. I'm very familiar with this poll. You know, I had to schedule, I had to put down on a calendar every Saturday. I'd write down, Saturday, going to school. And I named it Going to School because I was shooting children. It's a thinker. My favorite thing is doing that joke and then staring at the crowd with a smile on my face. I'm like, that's so fucked up and I'm dumb for thinking of it. I thought of that in the middle of the night, dude. I woke up at 3 a.m. one time, my brain had that joke, and I woke my girlfriend up. I was like, you gotta hear this. She's like, shut the fuck up. So yeah, it's the sluttiest time ever, though, I ever masturbated, senior year of high school, dude. I was going hard on a Saturday morning. And this is why it's slutty, because I got a call from somebody, and it was they were calling me, and it was somebody from my class, and they're calling me. It's a bad thing. So I was like, okay, cool. I gotta answer this one, because this one's bad. And so I answered. I was like, hey, what's going on? How are you? And she's like, did you hear the news? And I was like, no, what's going on? She's like, Tyler died last night. This is a guy in our class, senior year of high school and all. And she was like, yeah, Tyler died last night. And I was like, oh, shit. What happened? She's like, he got in a car accident, and he didn't make it. I was like, oh, fuck, are we going to meet up with, like, the class later? She's like, yeah, we'll get the details together. I'll let you know. And I was like, hey, thank you for letting me know. So then I hung up the phone, and it was at that moment I had a choice to make. Because this phone call didn't soften me up at all, dude. I was right there. I was hard and heavy. And I was like, am I an asshole if I finish? And I was like, all right, here's the deal. We will compromise. I'm going to finish, but we're dedicating this one to Tyler. And still to this day, it's the highest my cum has ever jumped, so I know his spirit was with me. Have a great night. I'm Cassie Duncan.
One more time for Cassie, everybody! It's funny, I actually found out I had a lesbian aunt recently that I didn't know. She drove all the way down from Iowa to see a show, and then her car got stolen, so it is a little Kansas City love. So we have made it to our final comedian of the night. Woo! Just quick reminders, follow the comedians, donate if you can. If you want a shirt, we'll sell you one after the show. Come and see us. But thank you so much for coming out tonight. This next person coming to the stage, he just released his first special, so check it out. It's called Bottoms Up, I believe. And I might have fucked that up. I'm so sorry, because he's such a great person. He's very funny. He's touring all across the country this summer. You can catch him wherever you want to. Please make some noise for the very funny Steven Taylor!
Oh my God, keep it going for Kailee. She really fucked that up. You misgender my special, I misgender you. What's up, huh? Yeah, that's right. This is a very diverse lineup. And Kailee decided to let the straight white man headline it, huh? That's your hero? They had to do it legally. They were obligated. Trump was going to pull funding for this festival if we didn't let a white man headline it. So I'm here. You're recording that? Fuck. That sucks. Huge bummer to look down at a camera at that point. My dad, dude, I'm white trash. You know that. You know. You can tell. You heard me. You saw me. Anybody else white trash in here? Do we have any other? Okay, nice. You almost fell. You have a mini cooler? Yeah, dude. You got Birkenstocks on, dude. This is the most white trash crap. That's what I love about lesbians and white trash. We have a lot in common. We have a lot. We look like each other. This is a lesbian. This is like, I go out with Kailee and it's the only time women hit on me. It's the only time. We look like, white trash people, we look like lesbians. We sound like we hate lesbians. That's cool. What a dichotomy. You can't say white trash anymore. White trash is offensive. If you post it on Instagram, they'll censor you, which is fucking insane. That's the only culture we have. People say white people don't have culture. We do. It's trash. Talladega, baby, that's in our blood. I came out of the womb being like, Jeff Gordon sucks. That's only white trash. Only white trash people laugh at that. You've just outed yourself? Yeah, welcome to the double wide. White trash is awesome, man. I love being white trash. I hate Kansas City because they don't get it, dude. They like to pretend that they're not white trash. They hate being Southern. I moved up here from Louisiana. I was like, dude, this is the South. They're like, we're not the South, we're the Midwest. It's like, you have a Waffle House. Shut the fuck up, dude. This is Waffle House, the only thing the South won in the Civil War? What are you talking about, dude? I hate it. Kansas City, everybody here is too rich. All of my friends are private schooled idiots. Doctor moms, lawyer dads, they went to Rockhurst, St. Teresa's. Oh yeah, shove it up your ass. Fucking Catholic school losers. Oh, you have money? Oh, my life is so hard. Can't fucking stand it, dude. We had all those storms come through a couple months ago and there was like hail coming down and all of my friends were like, oh my God, we gotta go move the cars inside. And I was like, inside? Inside where? And they were like, the garage. And I was like, whoa. Not the carport, the garage? Also, I've never heard hail and been like, we gotta move the cars inside. If anything, I've heard hail and been like, we gotta get the cars outside. Yeah, white trash people laughed. St. Teresa's fucking quiet as hell. They don't understand, do they? They don't get it. Insurance fraud. It's amazing. If hail hits your car, the insurance company will say, oh, well, we need to fix that. Would you like us to fix it? You're like, yeah, sure. What are my 2 options? They're like, well, we can pay for it to be fixed at the dealership. And you go, okay, what's option 2? And they go, we could give you a check for the damages, which equate to about $4,000. And you're like, oh yeah, that's a tough call. It's really... Yeah, I think I'm gonna go option 2, I think. And they're like, well, you're gonna get it fixed, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get this 2012 Toyota Camry fixed. Did you miss the first part of this bit where I said I was white trash? I'm riding this bitch till the wheels fall off. I'm not getting this shit. I don't get shit fixed, dude. If you hand me a check, that's my check, dude. I don't hear hail like, oh, I'm gonna have to call my insurance adjuster. I hear hail like, yeah, I'm about to diversify my portfolio. I'm about to pay off a lot of credit card debt. I hear hail the same way my grandmother hears a penny slot. Just the sound of money on metal, baby. I love it, man. I love hail. I remember the first time I heard hail. That's the reason I went to Disney World. My mom took me outside to show me what hail was because she had said it's hailing outside, and when a southern evangelical woman says it's hailing outside and you're 10 years old, your only thought is, oh shit, man, God saw what I was tugging on last night. And he is pissed. He is raining the brimstone. My mom could see my little heart panicking, and she took me outside to be like, baby, it's just ice, that's hail. And then 6 months later, we went to Disney World for the first time. She bought season passes with hail money. Hail money. I like it, man. I like being white trash. I think we get a bad rap. I know. I don't think, a lot of people think white trash is conservative. I don't think that's true. I don't think that white trash is political. I think white trash is poor, which is the first step to becoming conservative. That's like the number one. I went the opposite way. I became poor and was like, fuck, dude, we got to redistribute wealth. But I don't think that white trash people are conservative. Like, my mom doesn't give a fuck, dude. My mom hates Trump. My dad, he's deep in it. He's pretty, yeah, my dad's a we need more evidence guy. Y'all got one of these dads? Call him after every police shooting just because you like to be hurt. Like, hey, Dad, did you hear about this one? He goes, yeah, I think we need to see more evidence. You're like, okay. What about this one, Dad? Yeah, we need to see more evidence. Okay. What about this one, Dad? We need to see more evidence. My dad called me about 1.5 years ago and goes, son, have you heard? Which is fucking terrible. When your dad calls you with unknown news, it is dangerous. And I said, no, Dad, what happened? And he goes, Alec Baldwin murdered a woman on the set of his hit movie Rust. And I was like, what? What are you talking? Hit movie Rust? What? Explain to me what happened. And then he explained to me what happened, which was Alec Baldwin using a prop gun, turned, took a shot with what he thought was a blank, and it killed his cinematographer. And I was like, whoa, that sounds fucking insane. Sounds kind of confusing. Maybe there's a little more evidence out there. And he goes, Alec Baldwin is a liberal murderer who killed a woman on the set of his hit movie Rust. And I was like, okay. He's like a QAnon guy. He thinks that like there's a global cabal of wealthy elites that sacrifice children. And you're like, okay. Do you also think that maybe billionaires are a lot more powerful and smarter than you and taking advantage of your dumb ass? And he's like, no, I think we need to see more evidence on that. I don't think that they are conservative. I think my dad's conservative. I think that you've got to stop judging white trash. White trash people did vote for Trump. I don't think it's because they're conservative. I think it's because they like trucker hats and not paying their taxes. That joke never works, dude. It's never. I thought tonight was the night I had you rolling, half of you are laughing at the white trash stuff. That joke will never be anything. It's okay. I just think, my mom, she doesn't like Trump. My mom's not conservative. She's white trash as hell. She called me, I was in Panama City, and she goes, are you in Panama City? I was like, yes. She goes, you better stay out of the fucking water. And I was like, are you threatening me? What do you mean, stay out of the water? And she goes, there were 5 shark attacks this week in Panama City Beach. And I was like, that is not true. That is not, statistically, that's never happened before. And I was doing this with my mom. You ever do this where you're like fact checking her while she's on speakerphone? You're like, okay, whatever you say, Mom, I'm sure there were 5 fucking shark attacks. And then Google was like, there were 5 shark attacks in Panama City Beach. And I was like, fuck. And then I had to do something I've never done before. I was like, wow, Mom, You were right. Thank you for this phone call. I really appreciate it. This was a valuable use of my time, and I guess I'll talk to you later, but I love you. And she goes, I love you too. Do you know what I think it is? And I was like, no, I don't. I don't want to know what you think the shark attack problem is. And she goes, well, I'm just saying. I think it's all them teenagers in their shiny little swimsuits. And I was like, shut the fuck up, Mom, shut. You are not victim blaming shark attack victims. That's not, nobody's asking for it. It's not how this works. I called her after Trump got shot, because you have to be, when you're white trash, you get to be their Twitter. They're not allowed on Twitter. Well, they don't know that they're allowed on Twitter. Now, that's their home. But for years, they haven't been allowed. But now, they get to. But when Trump got shot, I called my mom and I was like, hey, Mom, Trump just got shot. And she goes, oh, damn. I go, yeah, he lived. And she was like, oh, damn. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Nobody knows what's going to happen. First words out of my mom's mouth, she goes, do you think Joe Biden did it? And I was like, amazing. 10 out of 10. Because what she's saying is, do you think Joe Biden called in the hit? Hilarious. To think that Joe Biden was capable of such a logistically complex plan. Just to murder his political opponent and get away with it. Fucker couldn't get us out of Afghanistan. He's not getting out of... But that was not my first thought. My first thought was not Joe Biden calling in a hit. My first thought was Joe Biden with a gun. Fucking get the fuck. I tried to do a push-up. I pointed up and said push-up is how long it's been since I've been in a gym. This is the first gym I've been in 3 years. I watched a video the other day where some guy goes, yeah, I didn't work out for 18 months. And I know what you're saying. What? I was like, I am not saying what. I'm kind of just like, yeah, dude, go for another 12. See if you can catch up with me. My first thought was not Joe Biden calling in the hit. Just Joe Biden with a gun trying to kill Donald Trump is so funny. You know what I mean? Joe Biden climbing a ladder on top of a roof. Trump keeps moving up and down real fast. A lot of comics made jokes after Trump got shot. They were like, if Donald Trump got shot and he didn't die, Joe Biden, if he got shot in the ear, he'd have been dead. It's like every comic did. It fucking sucked. Because it wasn't funny. Every good joke has a little bit of truth in it, I think. I don't think that Joe Biden would have died from getting shot in the ear. No matter how you feel about him as a person, he wouldn't have died from getting shot in the ear. He might have died when Secret Service jumped on top of him, you know? 6 bodies on top of Joe Biden, dude. Could you imagine dogpiling the president? Get off that puppy, let him breathe. I had something I wanted to do, and it's been a good night. It's kind of a dangerous... Okay. I hate being a leftist. You guys fucking suck. You guys are... To join a losing team is a real big bummer. I was a white evangelical conservative. In Trump's America, I was what you would define as a god. And now I'm here amongst the peasants. And it sucks. It really sucks. To join a losing team is a huge bummer, because I used to work for the Koch brothers, dude. I was in it. In the South, you have to be a conservative. If not, they called you a pussy. And I used to be toxic, and that hurt. And now, you can call me a pussy. I've learned. I've grown. Found out what pussies were. You can call me a pussy. Pussies are cool. Pussies are strong. Pussies are slimy. That's me. 3 for 3. Cool, strong, and slimy. So now I don't care. I've gone full, all the way to the left, dude. And I miss it. I miss winning. Leftists, you don't win because you don't think about conservatives as real human beings. You've got to start seeing the trash in everybody. You suck. They suck. How can you suck together? Everybody feels the same way. My dad, my mom, me, everybody in here feels the same way, which is we are poor and they are not, and that fucking sucks. And if you gathered everybody under that one general message, no matter what other bullshit you have, you would actually have something that could win. And instead you go, no, I don't like how they feel about this one issue. And so they fucking deserved it. That's what a lot of leftists are saying now. They're watching what's happening and they go, yeah, you fucking voted for it. You fucking deserve it. Suck my dick, but in a nice progressive way. I fucking hate that shit, dude, because leftists don't think about conservatives as real human beings with real human thoughts. They're the exact same as you and I. They're just dumb. Propaganda's a hell of a drug. You gotta talk to these people and stop marketing things from your lens. The world doesn't revolve around you no matter how much you want it to. You see what happens when you do November. That's what happens. All you do is you say, it's what I think. You're losing abortion, you fucking dorks. You lost abortion? Do you know how many rich men love abortion? All conservative. Pretty easy pitch. But instead you go, it's women's rights. It's about women's rights. They don't give a fuck about you. You couldn't get a debit card until the 70s. You think conservatives give a fuck about women's rights? No, stop marketing abortion as women's rights. Start marketing abortion as eviction. Name one conservative that's not getting on board with that. Oh, the fetus has squatters' rights? No, fuck it, kill it. Leave it out in the cold. I don't give a shit. You gotta start pitching things in their mindset. Stop marketing it as women's rights. Remind conservatives that fetuses, say it with me, are not U.S. citizens. Come on! Put them in a cage! My family, dude, it's so crazy because my family's so pro-life. That is the one thing that they really unite on, is they're very pro-life. And it's hilarious to me because they always say abortion, it's killing a baby. You got to adopt because you can't kill a baby. I have adopted a kid from Guatemala who is here on what I would call not great legal status. And I told my family, and they were like, whoa, what the fuck? It's like, what, you said to adopt, and they were like, but not them. It's all bullshit, because what we do is we don't talk to each other. We talk past each other. We try to win the arguments. We use this talking point that we heard. They use this talking point we heard. Start engaging people on the shit that just get face to face. A fetus is not a baby, okay? It's not killing a baby. I don't care what you think. It's not. It's killing a fetus. It's not a baby. I don't know if that's where life begins. I've only got like 2 minutes left. I don't have enough time to get into where life starts, but I know that a fetus is not a baby, and we can at least agree on that, right? Killing a fetus is totally different than killing a baby. If a baby walked in here right now, if a baby just kind of like wandered in off the street, just kind of like, da-da-da-da-da, everybody'd be like, oh my God, come here, baby. Where the fuck is your mom? But if a fetus kind of wandered in right now, you know what I mean? Like if a fetus was just kind of like, the fetus like grabbed Kailee, it was like, you know what I mean? Heavy neck, half an eyelid, couple fingerprints, heartbeat. The fetus just like grabs, even if the fetus knew how to speak English, even if the fetus looked up and was like, I need water, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Absolutely not. Glad y'all like that. I was pretty nervous about it, to be honest with you. Didn't know how it was gonna go. Okay. Oh wow, hey, that was like the perfect amount of time. Did 20 minutes, now I gotta come up with a quick joke to get out of here. You wanna read through this and just tell me, is there something in there that you wanna, is there anything in there you wanna hear? Just kind of first thing that, I don't like that you're laughing before you say it. That kind of hurts.
My uncle, who lovest thou saints,
Oh, yeah! I forgot about that! Leftist, you fucking dorks. I forgot! Yeah, dude, this is the thing. Oh, dude, I totally forgot about. Thank you. You did a great job tonight. This is another thing about leftists that I think is very funny is we feel very indignant as a people. You know, we're going to boycott, we're going to protest. We're not as good as them. They really believe in that shit. We're all nihilists. We've let jadedness take over, you know. When we boycott, we do a day of action. A day. To fight back against decades of propaganda. A day. We're going to teach Target a lesson today. My uncle loves the Saints. He hasn't watched the NFL in 7 years because Colin Kaepernick took a knee and they didn't kill him on the spot. And that's what all we are. We're boycotting companies because another company told us that we should boycott that company. That's what we're doing. That's what they're doing. And we're all so fucking stupid. Like after the Bud Light thing, the Bud Light trans thing, and all the conservatives were like, yeah, we're fucking done with Bud Light. And then Modelo was over there and they were like, hey, we fucking hate trans people. They were like, #1 beer, we drink Modelo now. My uncle drinks Modelo. My uncle orders in Spanish. If you had told me 5 years ago, and then you know what I found out is Modelo and Bud Light, both owned by Anheuser-Busch. And I was like, God damn, dude. That's exactly the perfect metaphor for where we're at. That should have gone before the abortion thing. I would think it would have done really well, but I appreciate it. Okay, I know which joke I can get out on. This one's a little bit of a story, but I turned 32 this year. And last year I turned 31, and on the day I turned 31, I found my first gray hair in my beard, and I shit my pants. It's a pretty big day. And so for this next one, my girlfriend could tell that I was nervous. So when I woke up, she tried to ease my tension. We're adults. My girlfriend begins to give me morning head with morning breath. Kind of a bummer, but we're not gonna. And then she said the worst thing I've ever heard. She goes, what is that? Just from the bottom, what do you mean? What do you see? I didn't add any aftermarket parts. What do you... I go, what? She goes, did you know you had a mole? No, I didn't. I've never seen the bottom side of my dick. That's how men get cursed. I can't. What am I doing? Holding my legs above my head, looking in a mirror? No. Bottom side of my dick, that's like the rear passenger side of my car. I got no clue what the fuck is happening down there. So then now I'm freaking out. I've got a mole. You know what that means. Cancer. I'm going to lose my dick. Cassie's dream, my nightmare. Now I can't enjoy the blowjob. You ever try to enjoy oral uncomfortably? You ever just like, yeah, I'll just not think about it. Existential dread. Yeah, no, this is great. She could tell I'm freaking out, and she's like, will you just calm down? I was like, I'm going to lose my dick. She's like, you're going to the doctor in 2 days for a physical. Can you just wait? And I was like, okay, I'll do this for you. Powered through. 2 days later, went to the doctor. It was one of the good physicals. That's what I call them. One of the good physicals. You know, the turn your head and cough. One of the good ones. I call them before I go in. I go, is it going to be one of the good ones? They're like, you have to stop calling us, please. But it was the turn your head and cough. And that's what I think. I've seen, you know, I've lived with women my entire life, and they take off the bra, and they're like, oh. And men, we don't have that, but we do have cup your balls and cough. Just another man being like, let me share your burden. So nice. I love it. I turn my head, I cough. And that was it. And then I put my dick away, and he goes, is there anything else I can help you with? And I have ADHD. I completely forgot. If I can't see it, it doesn't exist. But then he said it, and it reminded me, and I don't know if y'all have ever worked in customer service before. Anybody in here? You've ever almost been finished with an interaction? I put my dick away. He goes, all right, is there anything else I can help you with? And that's when I was like, oh, fuck, yeah, dude, I forgot. My girlfriend found a mole on my dick. And he goes, God damn it. It's the most I've ever related to a doctor before. And he goes, do you want me to look at it? And I was like, yeah, dude. I think you have to look at it. And he goes, all right, well, flop it out. And I can't flop it out. I don't have flop it out dick. I can't flop it. I can pouch it out. You know, I got a Zen if you need it, but no flopping energy. But I'm not afraid to show my flaccid dick to a man. I went to college. So I pulled it out. I got it. I want to show him the full scope. I'm not even trying to brag. I'm not insecure. Nothing crazy. I'm giving it a little tug, you know. Just a little bit, just like a little Chinese finger trap. I just want him to get like the full scope. I'm sorry I'm making eye contact with you directly, but it does keep happening, and every time we do, you look down, and it's making me realize that you have shame in this, and God, I should really develop that. But I am just like tugging my dick, and then he is looking at it, and he's like, ooh, that is a mole. And I go, what does that mean? He goes, well, it means we're going to have to track it. And I was like, what does that mean? And he goes, we're going to have to take some pictures. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And then my doctor grabbed his iPhone. The iPhone he was using when he walked in. He goes, we're going to have to take some pictures. And I was like, can I go get hard? I'll show you my flaccid dick, but I'm not having it documented for my fucking charts. Can I please get hard? And he was like, no, it's okay. And now I'm not, now I'm pulling. Now I'm yanking. I'm playing every note of the accordion. And he starts to take pictures of my dick in a way that I know that his wife is so satisfied. Like he starts up here, which is a good angle. This gym doesn't look like they're too familiar, but a dick pic, you gotta go up top. You never go from down here, you know what I mean? You never do the selfie cam. You never want to catch your face in the back of it, just like, is this good for you? He starts up top. You know, that's a good angle. You go up top, it makes it look. So he starts there and then immediately pivots, and then pivots again, and then he gets down low. And out loud, he was like, yeah, you're going to like one of these. And then he goes, do you want to see? And I was like, yes. Curse me. And then my doctor showed me my dick on his phone. For the first time in my adult life, I had to look at another grown man. I was like, will you airdrop me my dick? Because that is the best it's ever looked. Thanks, y'all. My name's Steven Taylor. Thank you so much. Please support the festival. And keep it going for Kailee, everybody.
Give it up for Steven, everybody. The special is called The Bottom Half. Look it up and watch it at home or he's gonna hurt me, okay? Wow, that's it for our night. You guys have been so much fun. Thank you so much for coming out. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I love ya.
More chairs, Jeff. More chairs. Hear that, Visit KC? Get those arms out. That's right. Thumbs out. Stop it. I'm done. Okay, well, this is the one we're going to use then. Okay, well, we got some chairs. Yeah, we got some chairs. All right. Do you have like a desired vibe? Like, are you serious? Do you want to be laughing?
It's like normal, don't look crazy headshot.
Don't look crazy. Very like traditional.
Yeah.
You like comedian type thing? Like, do comedians do weird things in photos?
They do, and I hate it.
Okay, well, in that case, don't do that. There you go. Oh, yeah, back. Play with the hair. That's nice. That's hot. That's really good. Okay.
Here's a shampoo commercial. Flip it around. There you go.
Right.
Look at that first one. It's perfect.
That one?
That's great.
That's right. Imagine this is the cover of your album. Your comedy special is like the other #1. That's right.
Oh, I love it.
Looking just adorable.
Oh, okay, that is a good
That's
one.
the one that we're going to get. Hopefully one that you feel good, confident, and excited about.
Yeah, good for you.
#1 on iTunes. The #1. Is this who we got dealing with this particularly? Who's Steven Taylor? I'm coming for him. Oh my God, this is taking photos of being beautiful. It's a lot of work. It's not your first time behind the camera. This is me stressed. Am I selling it? You look like a freaking Jeff. Ooh, Jeff needs headshots. Jeff, anybody in the building should be getting headshots. Does this look like... Fits the vibe. Nice. Yeah, you know what you're doing. You don't even require direction. More chairs, Jeff. More chairs.